Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So last night I talked about how in 2 months we're going to attempt to hunt brothers the market in Bismuth. Actually, my coworker suggested July 4th as the date for hunt brothering the Bismuth market as well, because it will bring independence to everybody who owns Bismuth. And I had a dream about this last night. I dreamt that we had successfully hunt brothers the Bismuth market, and in my dream, to my dismay, I realized I still had to eat. I talked about in other videos how the requirement for humans to eat puts a big constraint on a lot of things in life, and how I wish it could be done away with. But in my dream, I was a multi-millionaire, maybe even almost a billionaire, but I still had to eat. And but at the very least, I could eat better stuff, right? So that was good in that regard too. But unfortunately, I still had to eat, and that was in my dream, it was a very unfortunate revelation to me. But eating puts a big constraint over my life, because right now I live in Phoenix, right? I was just thinking about visiting a friend in Seattle, and I was thinking about how if I didn't have to eat, how much more pleasant that drive home could be, and or if I were to fly home, how much more pleasant it would be not having to worry about food allergies and where to find food and all that. Although for such a short flight, I might not have to eat anyway, so that might not be a big deal. It's more like going to Taiwan, going to Poland, that would be much more freed up. Or better yet, one day when space travel was possible, oh my God, not having to eat would really free up a lot of constraints, right? And then food has to come out the other end too, right? So if I were to drive to Seattle, it might take 4 or 5 days. If I didn't have to poop, the whole trip would just be a whole lot cleaner and all of that. I usually don't find any lodging on the way home, so for a 4 or 5 day drive, so I just sleep in the car. If I didn't have to poop, things would just be freed up a heck of a lot. Anyway, in my dream, but it's good that I'm dreaming about what happens after I hunt brothers Bismuth, because usually my dreams always come true in some way, and I'm starting to feel optimistic. See, if I end up hunt brothering Bismuth this July, whether it be July 4th or July 18th, I'll probably not quit my job, although I'll probably take it more in stride when there's a sacrifice to be made. So for example, I talked about all the toxicity at my last job at a tutoring center, but you know what? If I had $5 billion worth of Bismuth at the time, I probably could have handled it. I might have done things that help compensate for all the problems, right? Maybe if my work wasn't going well with my eating habits, well, at least I could eat better stuff, right? Or I could when I have 2 days off, maybe I could do something a little bit more lavish to kind of compensate for that. And so I could have swallowed that a whole lot better, and so I could have made some more friends there, and it could have went a whole lot better. One of the big problems was at another job before that. I was working at a university, a startup university. Unfortunately, they have completely folded. I had a colleague who wanted me to donate some of my vacation time to her because she had an extended family member who had COVID-19, and if I had billions of dollars worth of Bismuth sitting at home, yeah, I'd give it to her. You know, I can always take a longer vacation in between jobs next time, right? All right. So I feel optimistic about Bismuth going to the moon, but I also realize there are limitations to what it can bring me, right? It's not going to buy away my need to eat and my need to poop, right? Unfortunately. It's kind of funny how I dreamed about that. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.